Welcome to the Thumbody Show. I am so excited this is actually the first episode, so thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Jimi Gibson. The announcer described all of the various areas we'll cover in this podcast. Basically, if you boil it down, we're going to explore the intersection of personal branding and entrepreneurship. So, how is this podcast different from all the other ones out there? Well, actually, the focus of this podcast is going to be on you. I want to help you share your unique voice and make a positive impact in the world. You either have a business you've been involved with for quite a while, or perhaps you're thinking about starting a business. I believe you'll have a passion and desire to make that business profitable if you are pursuing a product or service that leverages your unique combination of skills and experience. Let's face it, there is absolutely no one else out there just like you. I've seen business owners who think they have to play some part of a business owner, and their true personality actually gets lost behind what they think they should say or what they think they should do instead of just being authentic, being themselves. All right, let's cover the big question, the big elephant in the room. The title of this show sounds a little bit silly. What exactly is a thumbody? And why is this show named for something that sounds like a Saturday morning show from the 1970s? Well, here's the backstory, or something you'll refer to in the future as your origin story or founder's story. Here is my backstory.
It's Thumbody Story Time. Business is not boring. Au contraire. Bring your brand to life with storytelling.
I can actually remember the day as if it was last week. I was 6 years old, and my mother took me to a local bank to open a savings account. I was actually pretty excited to get my own bank account and start saving up my allowance and birthday money. We walked into the bank. My mom approached the teller, who greeted us with a friendly smile. She asked us a few questions, and then she led us over to a little round table in the lobby. She had this box sitting there, lifted a colorful lid on that box, and pulled out a small booklet and a few other items. She asked me to put my thumb into an ink pad. Like, what for? Well, we need to make a thumbprint for your account, the teller explained, and it's going to be used in your savings account passbook. You'll bring this in every time you visit the bank. It's just a way to identify you. So I said, okay, I did what I was told, pressed my thumb down into that ink pad and then onto the small booklet. And then she says, now we just need you to draw a character using your thumbprint. I looked at the paper, not sure what to draw. A fireman? A doctor? No, I wanted to be something different. I wanted to be a magician. So I got the pen that she handed me. I drew a little top hat and drew a little hand holding a magic wand. The thumbprint was the body. I added a smile, some arms and legs, and some really cool shoes. As I drew, I actually got excited, and a feeling of possibility sort of washed over me as a little kid. I could be whoever I wanted to be. I didn't have to fit into anybody's mold or follow anyone else's expectations. I looked up when I was done, and my mom was smiling at me. The teller was pleased too. That is a great drawing, she said, adding my thumbprint artwork to the passbook and sliding it into a little sleeve. As we were leaving the bank, I noticed a poster on the wall with a bunch of other characters that the bank was using for the Thumbody promotion. There were pirates and princesses and robots, ballerinas, and some doctors, but none of them were quite as classy as my thumbprint magician. So this is actually going to sound a little bit corny, but it was that day that I learned I was Thumbody unique. I mean, it was an ad campaign and Thumbody, and they were playing off the thumbprint, but I actually felt inside that I didn't have to pretend to be something that the world thought I should be. I could be whoever I wanted to be. I chose to be a magician. And actually, I still see the world through that lens. I continue to hone my skills and develop my own unique style as a magician. As years passed, I continue to perform and teach magic to others. Every time I took the stage, I remembered that day at the bank when I learned that I was Thumbody unique. That day marked the beginning of my journey as a magician. I went on to perform at the MGM in Las Vegas, opened my own magic theater in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and even had a magic-themed tour in Savannah, Georgia that was featured on the Food Network with the cake boss, Buddy Valestro. I use magic in my TEDx talk. You have magic power, use it for good. And every day I reminded myself that I'm somebody unique. I have the power to be whoever I want to be, and I am actually grateful for that gift. So, where did this Thumbody brand come from at the bank? It was actually developed by a New Jersey ad agency in the 1970s as a way to promote savings accounts to kids at local banks. Obviously, it worked on me, and my mom took me to the bank. The idea was to have kids put their thumbprint in an ink pad and draw a character from that thumbprint. This was meant to be a fun and unique way to encourage kids to save their money. Recently, I discovered that the Thumbody trademark had been abandoned. I was intrigued by the brand's history and decided to acquire the trademark and rebuild the brand. For me, the Thumbody brand has a special meaning. I'm actually very excited to bring the Thumbody brand back to life and to share it with everybody. I believe that everyone has something special to offer the world, and the Thumbody brand is a way to celebrate that uniqueness. And why not help somebody in the process? That's really what sharing the power of one-of-a-kindness is all about. You'll hear that slogan more, one-of-a-kindness, as we go through the podcast. But I want to ask you, the listener, to go back to your childhood for a moment. Imagine yourself sitting in that bank with your thumb pressed into that ink pad, and then you press it down onto that passbook, and you're asked to draw a character. What character would you have created from your thumbprint? Is there still part of that character with you today? I don't know. Maybe you would have drawn a firefighter, and now you're always the first one to jump in and help others. Or perhaps you would have drawn a musician, and music is still a big part of your life today. Whatever it may be, I hope the Thumbody brand will inspire you to embrace your unique gifts and talents and use them to make a positive impact in the world. So join me on future episodes of The Thumbody Show. Well, that's a wrap for episode 1. My goal is to release a new episode every Thursday. We'll call it Thumbody Thursday. Easy to remember. Until next time, remember, your thumb can change the world.
Ready to become a part of the most exclusive club around? Wow, really? The Thumbody Club is where it's at. As a member, you'll get a membership card. Oh yeah, be a part of the global community of Thumbodies and receive a super secret weekly club newsletter. Wow! But that's not all. We've got a bag full of tricks coming throughout the year. Just go to I'mThumbody.com to sign up. And the best part? It's totally free and worth every penny. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. Join the Thumbody Club today.